Okay, what do we have? New ships. Close test 12.6. New ships again? 5 new ships. American super battleships Maine. Italian super cruiser Piemonte. European battleship Carl the 14th Johann. British battleship Scarlet Thunder. And British cruiser Defense will be added to the game for testing. Amusingly, the British cruiser Defense won't have functional AA defense. Oh boy. American super battleship Maine. Oh, 6. That's a 16 gun Montana. That's a 16 gun Montana. That's what it is. That's a 16. Oh man. Maine represents our take on further development of Montana, achieved by replacing the Tier 10 battleship's 4 triple turrets with 4 quadruple ones. Regarding the naming of the ship in the 1920s, only a few US states remained shipless, and Maine was one of them. Okay, the planned third class of the Montana, BB-69, would have been named USS Maine had she been built. Maine is armed with 16 406mm main battery guns. Compared to Montana, Maine's gun have a higher salvo weight but a longer reload time and lower accuracy. She also has decent armor and good AA defenses but a vulnerable citadel. This is smelling like Colombo. There's a lot of Colombo smell here. The ship has combat instructions, oh boy, funny about them, which once activated increase the damage of her AA defenses and reduce the damage taken from fire and flooding. In order to activate it, the player needs to continuously score hits on an enemy ship. Reduce the damage taken from fire and flooding. What? Increase the damage of her AA defenses. Main set of consumables are similar to Montana, but she has no fighter or spotting aircraft consumable. Super defensive AA. Surely. 115,000 health. 32. Torpedo precision 51. 4x4. 24 km range. American slow shells. 762 is slow. Reload time 35. Sigma 1.7. 1.7 Sigma. What's Montana's? Is it 1.8? No, what might even is it more? Montana's Sigma is 1.9, yeah. 1.9. Oh, so this is 1.7. And the reload is quite a bit longer. So, maximum dispersion 302 meters. 302 meters. So it's the same as Monte. Same dispersion as Monte. We're running this thing. So it's the same dispersion as Monte, but 35-second reload and worse Sigma. So what's the benefit of the extra gun? What's the benefit of the extra gun? 5-second extra reload and worse accuracy. 4 extra shells with longer reload and less accuracy. Seems pretty sus. Okay, combat instruction. Bonus to continuous AA damage plus 25%. Incredible. Damage received from fire 65%. Damage received from flooding minus 65%. Duration 45. Ha! So this is actually gonna, well, the AA damage is a fucking joke, of course. Wargaming isn't gonna allow AA to actually shoot down planes. That's not their motto. But 65% reduction in fire and flooding might be pretty good if you build it up and you save it in between your DCPs. You DCP, and then when you have that long ass cooldown between DCPs, you get set on fire. That's when you pop the funny button and you significantly reduce the damage you take from the fires and the floods. And then when it runs out, you start building it up again while using DCP again. I think the sustain against dots might be pretty good on this thing, considering it has Montana's improved heal. Because they said it has the same consumables. Main set of consumables is similar to Montana. That's going to be the improved heal. It's going to be quite tanky. Like, the Furious build might be interesting on this thing. Direct hits with main body guns require 213. Time spent without firing begins to decay 50 seconds. Wow, that's a pretty long time. Plane-based ASW, of course. You can't give ship-based ASW to these things. That wouldn't make any sense, right, Wargaming? 30 seconds, 11 cam range, bombs. Okay, secondaries looks pretty standard. AA, let's see. Wait, that's not impressive at all. Except the flak. Number of explosions in a salvo, 13. 13 flak. Doesn't Montana have something like 8? Jesus. Jesus. That's a fucking buff and a half. They really are creating problems and selling solutions, man. That's a lot of flak. The accuracy is of course going to be 75%, so it's going to be all over the place, but still, that's a fair bit of flak. But the bonus is only for continuous AA damage, which is underwhelming, to put it lightly. Especially considering how short of a time planes actually spend in continuous AA, this is pretty little. Maximum speed 30.4. 30.4, that's an interesting number. What's Monte speed? 30. So it's a bit faster than Monte. Turning circle 1070. Rudder shift. How does it have better rudder shift? Okay, Wargaming. Isn't it about time to buff Montana rudder shift? Come on. Wargaming, please. You're gonna make it bigger with a larger turning circle radius and faster. And somehow it's also gonna have a faster rudder shift. Like, I'm not complaining about this thing having a 20-second rudder shift. 20-second is pretty trash. My problem is, how on earth are you still allowing Montana to sail around with a 22-second rudder shift? Come on, man. It's a joke. You put Thunder in the game with its completely obscene, what was it, 11-second rudder shift? Like, even the new ships that you had, even something like Kremlin that is a massive tank, has a 16-second rudder shift. Like, come on, man. Montana's 22-second rudder shift is an ancient relic and should have been buffed a long time ago. Surface detect 17.6. 17.6. What are we dealing with here? 14.3. 14.3. What's Monte? Why isn't Monte 14.1? No, Montana is 14. So 3 worse. 3 worse. 300 meters worse. Interesting. Air detect 15.5. Available consumable, DCP, standard DCP. It's very much worth running the DCP mod on this one, by the way. It's generally worth running the DCP mod on American BBs because they have such a long DCP. But on this thing in particular, because of the funny button, having the DCP run for longer is probably going to be quite juicy, giving you plenty of time to build up the funny button in between DCPs. Repair party, duration time 28, HP per second. Yeah, this looks like this is the improved heal. This is the improved heal for sure. Same as Montana has. Not a super heal, just improved heal. Italian super cruiser Piemonte. That's a fair bit of broadside. Interesting. This does not look quite like... Piemonte is a representation of the 22,000-ton battle cruiser project made by Italian shipbuilding company Ansaldo in 1936. The assumption is that such cruiser could have such a cruiser. Please, just have... Bro, the sad part is, I've spoken with this about them not letting American readers proofread it. They actually do. They do let Americans proofread it, but then they ignore the feedback that they give. And when they fix spelling mistakes, they ignore it. Which is just baffling to me. It's like there was... I refuse to be corrected. But dude, just let them correct you. Stop being dented, man. The assumption is that such a cruiser, it says such a cruiser could have been built or completed after the end of World War II and undergone a further modernization in the early 1960s when Otto Melara 76 guns could be installed. Wait, what the fuck kind of logic is this? Wait, what? The assumption is that such a cruiser could have been built or completed after the end of World War II and undergone a further modernization. This is also, I guess, an assumption that it could have happened in the early 1960s when Otto Miller... Dude, they just want to slap these guns on the ship. Like, dude, Wargaming, once again, just telling us you made it the fuck up is a lot more convincing than this fanfiction. Just tell us we made it the fuck up. It's fine. It's fine. We're used to it by now. It's more convincing than this fanfiction that you make up, man. We decided to name such a large cruiser after the region of Piedmont, the birthplace of the United Italy. It seems that such a powerful ship deserves an equally significant name, so in this case we chose not to follow the traditional naming convention for light and heavy cruisers, condottieri or cities respectively. Okay. Piemonte will be a continuation of the Venezia branch. She's equipped with 12 254mm main battery guns, which deal good damage per salvo but have a low rate of fire. The ship is also armed with 8 torpedo tubes, which have solid range and damage but low speed. Piemonte also has a well-protected citadel, a good protection from HE, while also having high speed and good maneuverability. Okay. Her consumables are represented by repair party exhaust smoke on different slots, but unlike Venezia, she has no fighter spotting her. That's a small Mercy, I guess? So it's actually more like Super Napoli than Super Venezia. 61.4k HP. Okay. 25, 30-second fires. 4x3. Wait, it's 4x3. Oh shit, no shit. It's actually 2 turrets in the back. 4x3, 254. And it has SAP. Okay. This is SAP that overmatches light cruisers, but just so you're aware that this is going to be SAP that overmatches 16mm light cruisers. So, yeah. Interesting. This is Super Napoli, not Super Venezia. It's Super Napoli with SAP. Firing range 17.8, of course. Let's ignore some other cruisers in the game right now. A maximum AP shell damage 6150, 945 meters per second. Jeez, that's fast. Snap 7k, armor pen 67. Okay, reload time 21. It's 12 guns, but 21. I wonder if the armor is good and firing is good. How not is this thing gonna be a lighthouse build? Sigma 205. Okay. Oh. Are you giving it ship-based, plane-based ASW? Airstrike, plane-based. Well, that's nice. Surely you will retroactively give our good old friend here, our good old buddy here, our good old friend Venezia. Surely we will also convert the Venezia into plane-based ISW, since it's a continuation of this branch. I feel it would be illogical to go from ship-based ASW to plane-based ASW wargaming, so surely you will step right up to the task and quickly fix this issue where for some reason Venezia, which is this bulky heavy cruiser, for some reason has ship-based ASW. Surely you will quickly step in to fix this issue, because after all, you care about the balance of the game and not just selling your latest, newest shiny toy, right? Right? I'm looking forward to it, Wargaming. Thank you. You'll fix it, no problem. 8k MASW range. Okay, very cool. Torpedo tubes 2x4, 13.9, 13.5 km range. Pretty slow though, but pretty good for YOLO. Secondary, HA secondaries, not SAP secondaries. AA defense mid-range 588, 4 km. Oh, standard 4.6 km AA range, Lamau. Only 3 flag. That's pretty tricky. 37 knots. 37 knots. Wait, isn't that like damn fast? Yeah, that's Venezia speeds. This thing is gonna be hella fast. God damn. Turning circle 810, rudder shift 12.7. Okay. Surface detect 15.4. 15.4. Okay, 12.5 can conceal. Damn. Kind of scary with these speeds and this health and tankiness. Damage control repair party exhaust smoke. Interesting. Interesting. I don't understand the logic. Okay, see, I'm not wargaming. You have to educate me here because I'm a bit. I don't really understand. But if this ship went and undergone a modernization in the early 1960s, why didn't they replace like the World War I era AA with some Cold War AA? Because I find it quite peculiar that it would have 4.6 km AA after undergoing a modernization in the early 1960s. It's a bit confusing, like because there were quite a lot of plane threats then, so they would probably have a bit more modern AA. So maybe you can get on fixing that one as well. Well, while you give plane-based ASW to Venezia, maybe you can also look into this peculiar issue where for some reason this Cold War modernized super cruiser that's apparently the pride of the Italian fantasy navy. For some reason, it's 4.6 km. I think it's a bit confusing. It will surely be fixed. Surely be fixed as well. Don't they say that? Wait, when Otto Melara 686, isn't that like literally a fucking AA gun? What is that? Otto Melara. Otto Melara 76mm gun. Yeah, it's literally this thing. Naval autocannon. Fuck. Anti-missile, anti-aircraft, anti-surface. Cool. Now, does it have a range of 4.6 kilometers? Capable of countering several subsonic missiles up to 8,000 meters away. Well, that's crazy. That's not 4.6. Where's my 8 km AA wargaming? Surely. HE stand. Oh, here we go. Where's AA? Wait, range 6. Wait. You know what, wargaming? About 16 km AA. You covered the entire map in AA. I like that. I think that's a fun gimmick. You know what? You should introduce super ships that can cover the entire map in AA. I think that would be a very cool change. I think that would be pretty interesting. I mean, you're gonna go Cold War. You're giving us Cold War jets and Cold War submarines. So why not give us Cold War AA, where every ship can shoot every plane on the map all the time? Now that would be a good addition. Now that you should pay heed to these. These are good suggestions. And then you can advertise historical accuracy as well. Isn't that great? Because every time anyone talks about carrier balance, carrier mains always explain how it's historical accuracy that carriers shit on everyone. So here you go, another feather in your cap. More historical accuracy in the game. That's incredible. That's incredible. What a great man. This devblog, it's just bringing out all the good ideas. I can't wait to see the changes Wargaming will do. This is going to be great. This is going to be great, man. Interesting, 90% accuracy, man. I guess the calibrations went a bit wrong on this thing. If it can shoot then subsonic missiles, but against planes, 90% hit rate, 4.6 km. Man, that calibration really went up, went tits and ass, man. Holy. Let's see. European battleship, Carl 14th Johann, tier 9. Okay, interesting. Why does it look like a Goliath with guns? Actually, kind of looks a bit like the Schlief. No, it's a tier 9. Yeah, it's still kind of Schlief and tier 9 thing. It's almost like Zeten's tower here. It can be said that this battleship was assembled using various pieces of shipbuilding history. Let's imagine. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Woo! Okay, chat. Let's imagine a bit, boys. It's time again. It's time again. it's that time of the devlog again. It's time to imagine. It's time to really get those imagine time. It's fan fiction time, man. Let's imagine that Germany began building one of their Schnelle Großkampfschiffe designs during World War I. 45,000 tons, 30 knots, 4 main battery turrets, but completed it only in 1930s with a new main armament and for a new owner, Sweden. I mean, sure, let's imagine. Which was actively developing its navy at the time. Let's imagine. In the 1940s, the ship could have undergone a further modernization. I mean, let's imagine this could absolutely have happened. This Swedish-German ship could absolutely have undergone a modernization with the incorporation of the newest dual-purpose guns and AA guns manufactured by the Swedish company Bofors. Makes sense, man. Makes sense. Could have happened. Could have happened. This neutral country just decided, you know what? It's time. It's time. We want this German battleship with Bofors AA. Some of the most powerful Swedish ships of the 19th and 20th century were named after kings of Sweden. The 50,000-ton battleship is the best candidate to inherit the name of the 19th century ship of the line, Karl IV Johan, which in turn was named after the legendary Jean-Baptiste Jules Bernadotte, Karl XIV Johan of Sweden, outstanding military leader and founder of Bernadotte dynasty that now reigns in Sweden. just let's imagine, man. You just need to imagine how. Battleship how? You need to imagine. Why was it not named Gustav Vasa? I don't know. That would be a legendary name. Maybe because they don't want it sinking as soon as it goes out for a maiden voyage. Karl Johan is armed with 12 305mm main battery guns, which have a quick reload time but low damage per salvo and short range. The ship is also armed with 16 torpedo tubes, which have wide launching angles. This ship has a well-protected citadel and good concealment values, but rather low HP pull for a battleship. Consumables are represented by hydroacoustic search and repair party with improved settings. Interesting. Okay. 16 torpedo tubes. Okay. So 8... Well, it's just 4-4. 4-4-4-4. 72.9 KL for tier 9, that's not bad. 32mm, torpedo protection 20%, 19.1k range. Wait. Karl is armed with have a quick reload time but low damage and short range. Okay, well, wargaming, you know what it's time for. Wargaming. Okay, I think now that we want to talk about these short-range battleships, and you brought up that 19.1 is in fact very short range for a battleship. So I want to highlight something that you probably have forgotten. That's probably the reason you haven't fixed it yet. You've just forgotten that it exists. But there is in fact this tier 10, not just tier 9, where 19.1 is short range, but there is actually this tier 10 battleship that has significantly bigger guns than these. Not 305s, but 381mm guns. And you know what? The crazy thing? These guns have a range of 18.9 kilometer range. I know, it's completely absurd. It's ridiculous. I'm glad you noticed in your devblog that in 19.1 is actually short range, so I can't wait to see the next patch where you fix this issue. Honestly, you could just do an Italian revamp patch where you give the ships a ranged ASW as they should, and then at the same time you improve the range. Man, this is great. We're learning so much. And wargaming's also, they've probably forgotten, honestly. That's the reason. They've forgotten. Guns that in reality were known for high shell velocity and long ranges. Okay, Eden Executive, let's imagine. Okay, let's imagine that they in fact were not known for this. Okay, let's imagine that instead. Let our imagination guide us. They might not be known for the range. They might be known for something else, like short range. You never know. Okay, so hydro and repair party with improved settings. Sounds interesting. Okay, 4350, 51mm pen. Reload time 23 seconds. Holy shit. Wait, 12 guns? 12 guns. 1.8 Sigma. 23 second reload? And you can slot... What? Okay, interesting. Oh, plane-based ASW as well. Oh man, this must be part. This must be part of this, and it's 10 km range as well. I think they're probably gonna revamp all the ships that they forgot, and they're gonna give them plane-based ASW because clearly they've noticed that you need a plane-based ASW in this game. So I'm looking forward to those patches that fix this issue. Okay, standard 10 km range, 4.2k alpha. If they're shredder guns, who cares? True, true, true. 4x4. Wait, what? These are. Did they give? Did they put? Did they put hull on torps? They put fucking hull on torps on a battleship. Let's imagine. Let's let's imagine that, while they were modernizing this, they just yoink the hull on torpedoes and just slapped them on the Carl Johan. What the fuck? It's literally gonna have a fucking Esteyetland on both sides of the ship. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What's the difference between Esteyetland and Holland Torps? I guess that it's 4x4. Is there any other difference? 1070, 13.5? Oh yeah, Holland I think do 90, right? 90 base. That's the difference. Yeah, they do 9. No, they're not 90 base. I think you're retarded. They are 86. What are you... Oh, the range is different. That's the other thing. No, you guys talking about the speed are retarded. Stop talking. You don't know what you're talking about. Everyone who just said 6 knots and talked about the speed is retarded. Please stop correcting me, guys. Jesus Christ. Why do you correct me when you're wrong? The only difference is the range. It's literally Howland Torps besides that. It's not 90 knots base. It's 90 knots with the mod. It's 86 knots base. But these things have a detection range of 1.8 kilometers, the Holland Torps. So let's imagine that mounting these torps on a battleship, these fucking identical torps on a battleship, will somehow, in fact, lower the detectability of the torpedoes. Let's imagine. We're doing a lot of fucking imagine now. What the fuck? These are actually better. They're objectively fucking better, man. Holy shit. How do you even dodge this, even if you're fucking running Hydra? Like, this brawling battleship comes at you and launches hull torps on your broadside. Like, holy shit. Also, wait, okay, well, I'm gonna be interested now. Secondary armament, 7 km, okay. This is gonna be the improved dispersion, probably. Okay, wait, it only gets 75% accuracy despite having some super AA. It does get 7 flak, though. It does get 7 flak, which is pretty good. 30.5 knots, turning to at 90, 16.4 rudder. So, what is that surface detect? What the fuck is that smoke fire penalty? Wait, what? Wait, hold on. First of all, okay, this thing has a 10.5 km conceal and it can launch 13.5. It's got a 3 km stealth torpedo gap. Let's imagine that the best torpedo boat in 2023 is actually gonna be a battleship. Let's imagine. Oh my god. What? Also, how's the smoke fire bill on 10.3? That's completely fucking bonkers. And it's 8 torps per side. Jeez. Also, the 86-second reload is like, isn't it like really fast? This is with full torpedo build. I think it's the same as Holland reloads. Is it the same or even better? Jesus. I think it's the same. Holy shit. Bro, what the... Like, I know power creep in this game is obscene, but even for how obscene it is, holy shit. And this thing comes equipped with Hydro, of course, heal, improved heal. It has standard DCP, so not the quick reload German BC DC, but how much is this thing healing? With it's healing for 28x 364 times healing flag. 12.2k a pop. That's, oh, plus the 10%. And you get 5 heals with the healing thing. 67k healing. Jesus. Man, this thing... Also, 4x 150s. Isn't that this thing also going to be really good for secondary? What does Schlieffen have? 8x 150s. That's 16. So this have 14 and then 620s. Wait, doesn't... Wait, 120s. What's the pen on them? Wait, it gets quarter pen, doesn't it? Oh no, it has 1/6 pen so far? Wonder if they're gonna give it quarter pen. Because then the 120s are actually gonna be a pretty big deal. Wow. Wow. Well, that was certainly a lot of imagining, man. You really have to, you have to have an active imagination when you deal with this game nowadays. That's for sure. Holy. A lot of things to imagine. A lot of things to imagine. A British battleship, Scarlet Thunder. Isn't that is that a St. Vincent at tier 9? That looks suspiciously like a St. Vincent at tier 9. Oh, it's more like Duncan? Scarlet Thunder will visually resemble Duncan, but will have a different gameplay setting. Okay. Scarlet Thunder will keep most of Duncan features, but her gameplay will be closer to that of a standard battleship. The ship will have better plating, no torpedoes, and no engine boost. The main battery guns will have a longer firing range and reduced reload, and the HE shells will deal more damage. That is truly a common complaint when playing British battleships nowadays, is that, damn, these HE shells sure feel weak. Could someone do something about it? Scarlet Thunder. It's armed with 9 490mm main battery guns, whose HE shells deal heavy damage and have high penetration. The EP shells have good efficiency against lightly armored targets. The ship has good firing accuracy, good concealment values, and quick rudder shift. However, similar to Duncan, she has weak protection against HE shells and torpedoes, as well as a vulnerable citadel. Repair party and defensive AA. 75.2k health. 32mm plating. Okay. 22.2k range. 7.2k. Wait, is that's Thunder HE Alpha? Did they just copy Thunder shells? Because I think Conqueror doesn't do 72. Conqueror does. No, it's Conqueror. It's Conqueror. It's Conqueror shells. 7.2k HE Alpha. It's literally Conqueror shells. So it loves 9 Conqueror shells with a 27-second reload and 1.9 Sigma. Okay. I mean, you can get this reload pretty far down. Plane-based ASW, of course, standard for every new ship. Old ships can go fuck themselves. Secondaries, look kind of meme-worthy. AA defense. Mid-range, pretty strong, but 75. It's so short range, it's not gonna do anything. 7 flak. Okay. Maximum speed 32. I would like to wargaming. I would like to go back. Wargaming, can we go back? Wargaming. Can we have a discussion about Montana's 22.2 second rudder shift? Let's imagine a world where you look at this and go, huh, maybe you should do something about it when you're releasing new battleships that have a play style of a gameplay will be closer to that of a standard battleship. Holy shit. 9.7, dude. Isn't that like, where's Hindenburg? Where's my where's my Hindenburger? There it is. Hindenburg has a rudder shift 12.1. Hindenburg has a rudder shift of 12.1. 9.7. Nice. Nice. Let's imagine. Let's imagine that You throw your rudder from one side to the other in 9.7 seconds. Okay, let's imagine. Sure is a lot of imagining, man. Holy shit. 12.2 km conceal. Isn't that better than Hinden as well? Isn't Hinden 12.6? Yeah, it's better than Hindenburg. Let's imagine. And a reminder that Wargaming thinks that Hindenburg should have ship-based ASW instead of plane-based. Daily reminder that that is a real thing. Daily reminder. Holy shit. And this thing is a tier 9. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. DCP, repair, defensive AA. Okay. Wow. This is certainly is a fucking juicy devlog. Where's the explanation for the name, by the way? Where's the explanation for the name? Scarlet Thunder. Where's like, hello? No explanation. I guess we'll just have to imagine. We'll have to imagine an explanation. Standard hill, not super hill. British cruiser. Whoa. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? British cruiser defense. Okay. Can I defend my eyes from this abomination? Holy shit. Defense is a large cruiser with a Nelson-like hull design and a 356mm main battery armament from the King George. Wait, how is it a cruiser? What? Dude, what? Cruiser. Cruisers. Cruisers have never been stronger, apparently. What? Is that the biggest cruiser guns ever? I think it is. Like Alaska is what, 310s? And these are like battle cruisers. And this is just a cruiser. What? Oh, Siegfried 380s. True. True. Cruisers, I guess. HMS Defense is a traditional name in the Royal Navy. Okay. Defense is armed with 6. Wait, only 6. Her HE shells have a higher chance to cause a fire, while AP shells have improved ricochet angles. Man, we needed more overmatching, improved pen angles to shit on light cruisers. Because, man, if you ask me, that's the most overpowered aspect of the game right now. It's those light cruisers. Because I never get to shoot them before they die. So I'm glad they're adding more things that kill them before I get to shoot them. I'm glad for that. Truly, light cruisers, the bane of World of Warships. I'm glad Wargaming is stepping in and culling this constant proliferation of light cruisers. That's why every time you queue up in a battle, you see a total of 1, if you're lucky, light cruisers, because they're just so strong. So we need more ways of shitting on them. However, the main battery guns have a long reload time and their traverse speed is low. Traverse is also armed with 8 torpedo tubes with wide bow launching angles. Okay. Repair party, hydro, short burst smoke. Okay. What the fuck is this thing? 60.6k health. Cruisers. 60-second fire. So it's a... wait. So it's a battle cruiser. It's not a cruiser. It's... what? Okay. Smoke on 356. What? Okay. What the fuck? Okay. 16.8 km range. HE 6.1k alpha 89. 41% fire chance. AP 1050. Okay, but 28-second reload with 6 guns. Does it have cruiser dispersion though? I guess they don't say anything, so I assume it has cruiser dispersion. Okay. So it's cruiser 356s with improved pen angles. Plane-based ASW, of course. Plane-based ASW, of course. Because no one... what kind of idiot would put ship-based ASW on a ship especially a tier 10 cruiser in World of Warships, especially a heavy cruiser. That certainly wouldn't exist. So of course it gets ship-based ASW. I'm gonna keep fucking bringing this up, Wargaming, on it until you start doing something about your bad designs. Torpedo tubes 2x4, 622 millimeter. 22. Okay. Are these the first 622s in the game? Wait, 622. What is that? Is that like some inches? No? Fuck is 622 torpedo? It's the British 24.5-inch torpedo. Interesting. Oh, Nels. It's the ones that Nelson's supposed to, but isn't that... $62. It must be those. 24.5 inch. Maximum damage 21k. Range 10 kilometers. Speed 67. Reload time 90. Torpedo detectability 1.7. Dude, do they even realize how badly powercraft Chimikaze torps are in the current year? Are you shitting me? This is IGN torpedo damage. With 67 knots, which is IGN torpedo speeds. Hello? Except the detect is probably better. Do they even care? I don't know. What does Shima detect on torps? I don't think they care, of course, but like, I'm just curious. Where's my Shima? Where's our detect on these torps? These are 2.5. These are 1.7. So same detect. We're running the mod that gives us 70 knots. Normally it's the same speed. So same detect, same speed. 21k alpha. These are what? 24. Jesus. Fair enough. And where it is bow launched. Bow launching angles on the torp. So it will run at you and launch them forward. Interesting. AA, questionable. 4 flak only for some reason. 33 knots, 770. Rudder shift 12.7. We're worse than the battleship that they... 14.1 conceal. 14.1. 11.4 conceal with smoke. What a weird ship for sure. Okay. Repair, control, hydro, short burst, smoke. Interesting. Oh boy. 12.6 is certainly looking to be a patch of all time, champ. It's looking to be a patch of all time. Japanese cruiser Kitakami, tier 10. We will continue testing of Kitakami in 12.6 as previously mentioned in devblog. The main balance changes for Kitakami will be the introduction of torpedo loaders similar to submarines. 2 of them in total, 1 for each side of the ship. After firing all 4 torpedoes from one launcher, the torpedo launchers will reload one by one. Each side of the ship can only reload 1 launcher at a time. The loader mechanic will reduce the frequency with which Kitakami can launch large torpedo salvos, but will still leave the ship able to actively participate in battle and gradually launch torpedoes when necessary. Okay. That's a squishy ship. Sap guns. Of course you can reload. Yeah, that's not... The DPM is going to be pretty tragic on only 4 guns. Subloaders on a... Let's imagine. Oh, ship-based ASW. Oh no. Oh, he's in trouble, man. 10x4, so 40 torps. 11.8. What? So how much damage do you actually get out of this? How much speed and damage do you get out of this? Because you got to remember, cruisers, for some reason, actually have better tech trees for torps. So you can get 50% damage, 10% reload, and 5% speed. So... Oh, and can't you slot... You can also slot them. You can slot the same speed thing here as well. So you get 5 and 5%. So what we actually end up with here is, let's see. Well, first let's start with the 11.833 torps. You build them for torpedo damage. So they do 13.6k each. 82. You build for speed. You do 90 knots. Okay, so we're dealing with super Holland torpedoes. We're dealing with Holland torpedoes that do more damage. So super Holland torpedoes with 1.7 conceal. 40 of them. 40 super Holland torps. Wow. Well, that sure seems like fun to deal with, if you ask me. 1.7. Let's imagine. Let's imagine. So, and the concealment on them, what was it, 1.7? What was Holland? Did Holland also have 1.7? No, 1.8. So they're stealthier torpedoes than Holland torps. So stealthier torps than Holland torps. Let's imagine. Let's imagine. Interesting. Oh boy. 32 knots. Redshift 7 seconds. Surface detect 9.8. Well, that's not gonna end up being that bad. 7.9. I mean, it's gonna be stealthy for sure, and it's gonna suck to deal with, but if it gets spotted, at least this thing can't fucking dive if you spot it. So there is that. It can't dive. It does, however, have engine boost, short dirt burst smoke, and a heal. Okay, fair enough. I mean, but this thing sitting around at like 11 kilometers is gonna suck to deal with. Just launch. U4501. U4501 will be added to the game for testing with the following balance changes. Maximum submerged speed is reduced from 41 to 36. The fact that at any point during development, someone thought that these submerged speeds, like either one of these, was a good idea for a submarine is so fucking baffling to me. Like, it just shows how disconnected they are from the gameplay, that they think a submerged sub doing 41 or 36 is okay. Like, fucking slash these numbers in half or more. This is ridiculous. These are dented numbers. What's wrong with you? Diving plane shift time is increased from 11 to 19 seconds. Dive capacity is reduced. Dive capacity recharge is increased. Acoustic torpedo range is increased from 6.3 to 8.5, and the reload time is reduced from 91 to 60. Yeah, because that's what we need, more torpedoes from here. Sonar range is increased from 6.3 to 8.5. Dude, that's... what the fuck is this, though? Small incremental nerfs or buffs. Added repair party consumable, which can use stolen... Imagine playing a DD. Imagine playing a torpedo DD in the current year. Oh, Jesus Christ. Healing submarines are here. Healing submarines. Let's imagine. Let's imagine. Oh my god. Let's imagine. The above mentioned balance changes will make it more difficult for U401 to quickly go behind enemy lines and fire hard torpedoes at close range without being noticed. How about you remove the opportunity to launch your torps at close range, aka shotgun people in a submarine? It's pretty easy. You just add a longer arming time and people can do it. Pretty simple. That would make DDs actually somewhat of a counter to them, because once they're within the minimum range, the sub can't torp them. Isn't that a good change, Wargaming? Counterplay? Oh, sorry, you can't hear me. Unfortunate. At the same time, the range and cooldown of acoustic torpedoes are improved, which allows for a more tactical approach in the submarine's gameplay. Attacking enemies from unexpected directions and from a long distance, which leaves them time to counterplay. Time to counterplay. Sure, bro. Reduction of the dive capacity and repair party available only in the surface state make the submarine spend more time on the surface than before, and hence have more chances to get spotted if not moving carefully in the battle. Okay, Jesus. So Shima is gonna get a heal as well now, right? Surely. 10. Okay, this thing has no fucking health pool. 10.2. Problem is, it's gonna have some obscene conceal. 863, range 82 knot torps. Jesus Christ, man. This torpedo, like the torpedo power creep in this game has been so fucking obscene. And it's really bad because, like, They keep giving Hydra to every ship, and then every new ship they give just has a shit ton of speed on the torps. So you can torp through Hydra with fast torps. But then if you're stuck with an old ship that has slow torps, and you try to torp someone with Hydra, you get 0 hits. Because you don't have the new power creep torpedo, so you're just shit out of luck. Launcher 180 degrees, 2.2. Alternate torp 12.5, range 6.62, launch speed at 1.9. 6 launchers bow, 4 launchers stern. Maximum speed 20. Radar shift 4 for surface. Surface detect 5.4. Air detect 2.1. Like it's the stealthy, still the stealthiest ship in the game. Hydrophone, submarine surveillance, submarine spotting range at maximum depth 9 km. And a heal. HP per second, okay. Wait, duration 40. 40? Interesting. 40-second heal. 2.5k heal. So you're gonna heal 25% of your health? Huh. Or half your health with both. We'll see how that works. Sub as a heal? Yeah. At least it keeps its surface. One might hope. We'll see how it plays. It's gonna be interesting though when you try to you spot this thing and try to catch it, and then it dives and outpaces you. That's gonna be. So I mean, even you gotta understand, even 36 knots, is hilarious because they have this. Oh wait, no, that's gonna work. Wait, periscope depth. Does that count as underwater speed? It does, right? That doesn't count as surface speed. Periscope depth does not count as surface speed. No? Yes. Is periscope depth surface or underwater speed? Periscope is the same as surface. It depends. No, yes, no, yes. Periscope is surface. Okay, periscope is surface. Interesting. Thank God. That's good. Because this is like the biggest speed, one of the biggest speed boosts in the game. It's 18% that subs get access to it. And basically anyone who has any hands in a sub specs that shit, because it makes them so goddamn fast. That was the end of the devblog. Jesus. That was man, they should rename this devblog Let's Imagine. Because that was certainly a devblog of all time. Holy shit.